go to war with India. Our opponent's only justification to this was that China could back Pakistan up. However, Pakistan doesn't want to send its own citizens and its own army to go fight India where they know that they'll lose, where they know that there'll be civilian deaths, because they don't want to do that. So that basically means that if we add India as a permanent seat to the UNSC, we can solve India and Pakistan can solve this Kashmir conflict bilaterally, and China doesn't even come to play because the only reason China will come to play is if Pakistan wants to go to war. How Pakistan doesn't want to go to war, which means China doesn't come to play in this debate at all. Now going on to extend the way the impacts of today's debate, we tell you that peacekeeping is the most important because our points are repeated our stand, because the UN Charter is the most important because the UNSC has a moral obligation to uphold the UN Charter, to maintain peace around the world. The only way they can do that is through peacekeepers. And we show you that if we add India, set a good example for other countries, because first of all, Indian peacekeepers have really low sexual exploitation and abuse level, with no allegations since 2013 to 2018, and only 3 before that. And second of all, we tell you that India will continue in Congo, and granting India permanency gives them the bargaining chip for them to continue in Congo and to continue being effective in these missions, thus being effective.
Partner ready? Opponents ready? Judges ready? Okay. My time starts now. Okay, Judge, so our opponents keep talking about how we only had one reputation to their peacekeepers. But actually, what we want to know is, they talk about how peacekeeping missions are very effective, but they don't provide any statistics, so we don't know if that's completely true. But how many peacekeepers didn't work to maintain the peace or to diffuse tensions before the terrorist attacks and the tensions in Pakistan and Kashmir? Also, they say that Pakistan does not want to go to war or cannot go to war. Just because 2 countries don't go to war doesn't mean that there's not going to be tensions. And countries that don't go to war and still have tensions means there can still be lives be lost. So now our framework for this debate was actually international benefits. So now the purpose of the UNSC is to maintain world peace and security, which ties into international benefits. So we're going to stick with our standard for this debate. And clearly we can see that the tensions are still high, and the countries they don't have to go to war, but tensions can still be high and lives can still be lost. Now, we keep talking about how the criteria for becoming a member of the UNSC is not just peacekeeping, and they keep talking about how it's the most important, but there's clearly several more, and so if peacekeeping is the only one that they can meet, that should be disregarded because there's so much more that India has to meet in order to become a member of the UNSC. For example, India must, human rights violation cases must be a minimum, and the demanding nation must not be in dispute with any other nation over any issue that can create a war-like situation, which directly translates to the Pakistan-Kashmir conflict. And also, we talk about how on many deployments, peacekeepers end up watching helplessly while war rages. Unless our opponents can provide any evidence statistically as well that peacekeeping missions are very, very effective, that point can just be knocked off the table because they only have that sole contention. And so, yeah, for not providing how effective peacekeeping missions are, that point is not valid. Now, going back to our own case, we talk about the tension escalation with Pakistan and China leading to terrorism increase. Our opponents have failed to disregard this free speech aspect that limits conditions in India to be reported on, making it harder for the UNSC to enforce these regulations, as well that India opposes UN intervention about these regulations, and thus we need it.
We're in crossfire.
Okay, time starts now. You guys can have the first one.
So you said that in the criteria you said any situation that can become a warlike situation. So you conceded in your speech that it might not be